Okay, so this is video for 7.7, and we're going to be looking at the multiplication property of inequality and the division property of inequality. And really, these are the exact same things as we did in with equations using opposite math. Okay, so and remember in opposite math, what we're talking about is that multiplication undoes division, and division is going to undo or undoes multiplication. Okay, so that's basically what we're doing here with these, okay? So we can see here that they give us the example 8 is greater than 6. And if we multiply 8 by 2, we multiply 6 by 2. Same thing on both sides of the inequality. And we get 16 is greater than 12, so it's still true. All right, so right here we can look at this example. We're dividing x by 4 to give us less than 2. So to undo this dividing by 4, we multiply each side by 4. These 4's cancel out. So we get x is less than 8. So notice that we're just leaving this inequality symbol alone, okay? But really, this is just a review of what we've already done. And the same with division here, right? So let's look at our algebra example. We're multiplying 4 by x here. 4 times x, is less than 8. So we're going to divide both sides by 4. That's going to cancel these 4's out, so we get left with x on this side. And 8 divided by 4 is 2. That means 4 has to be less than 2. All right. And so the next step to this is we're going to solve these inequalities and then graph them down here. Okay. So we have an equality: x over 5 is less than or equal to 2. Graph the solution. Well, we got to find the solution first. So we rewrite the inequality, and we're dividing x by 5. Remember, x over 5 is the same thing as saying x divided by 5. So we're going to undo this division by multiplying by 5. And as soon as we multiply both sides by 5, we're going to get left with x over here. 2 times 5 over here is going to give us 10. So we get x is less than or equal to 10. So the way we graph this, we go to 10, and it's less than or equal to. So we do a closed-in circle to show that we also include the number 10, and then we do a line going to, an arrow, going to the left here to show that we're doing less than or equal to. All right, any of these numbers over here are not solutions, but all these numbers over here are solutions to this inequality. Okay, so here we go. Now we're going to basically do the same thing with division. All right, so we have 4n. 4 times n is greater than 32. We're going to graph the solution. So first thing we do is we write the inequality, and we divide both sides by 4 to undo this multiplication. And what that does is these two 4's cancel out. So we just get left with n. 32 divided by 4 is 8. We have n is greater than 8. So we come down here, we put our circle over our 8, and it's not a closed-in circle because we're not including 8. It's just greater than 8. And we go to the greater than side, which is this way. And that's how you graph that. All right, let's do some practice here. Okay, so we have some on-your-own, 3 on-your-own problems here. So you're going to solve the inequality and then graph the solution. Okay, 2 parts to these questions. So you have your first one. 1 we'll do it here, 2 we'll do down here, and then 3 we'll do right here. Okay, so you got to solve for p here. P divided by 3 is greater than 2. Okay, so solve it and graph it. 3/5 q is less than or equal to 6. Okay, we want to solve for q. And right here, 1 is less than s over 7. Let's solve it right here. Pause the video, work it out, and when you're ready, unpause and check your answers along with me. All right, you can see here on this one we have p divided by 3. So to get p by itself, we got to undo this divided by 3, and the way that we do that is by multiplying each side by 3. All right, so we're going to get left with p is greater than, and then 2 times 3 right here is 6. So we want to graph p is greater than 6. All right, so you see I have my number line all done up here, and I have my 0 here. And we're going greater than 6. I just did this positive side of the number line, and we counted by 2's. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18. But I just marked these numbers. All right, so p is greater than 6. So we're going to go to 6, and we're going to put a circle around it. But we're not going to include 6 because we're just saying greater than 6. So we're just going to put an open circle, and we're going to go greater than, so we're going to go this direction. All right, so this is how you graph that inequality, the solution to that inequality. All right, let's go on to number 2 here. All right, so here we go. We have 3/5 times q is less than or equal to 6. All right, so this one looks a little tricky at first, but let's just take it step by step. So you can see we're multiplying by 3/5 here. So if we divide by 3/5, we're going to cancel out these 3/5, and we're just going to get q by itself is less than or equal to. And now we're going to multiply, we're going to divide 6 divided by 3/5, right? So 6 divided by 3/5. Okay, so to do this, remember, we just want to remember K, F, C. Keep. We want to keep our 6. Okay, so 6 over 1. We're going to flip our second fraction. So 3/5 is going to become 5/3. And then we're going to change our division to multiplication right here. All right, so now we have a multiplication problem, and I see here that 3, I can simplify, I can cross-simplify. Both of these numbers are divided by 3, so if we divide both of these by 3, we're going to get a 1 on the bottom and a 2 on the top. I just divided both of those by 3, and now we're going to multiply straight across. We're going to get 10 over 1, which is the same thing as saying 10. So we have q is less than or equal to 10. Okay, let's go ahead and graph that. All right, so I got my graph here. So we're going to be showing numbers that are less than or equal to 10. So I put my 0 right about here, and I counted by 2. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 is right here, and then 12, and then we went to negative 2, negative 4, negative 6 over here. All right, so we're showing less than or equal to 10. So we want to go to our 10. We're going to put a circle around it. And it's less than or equal to. So we're going to actually include 10 in this. So we're going to do a closed circle on our 10 here. And we're doing less than, so we're going to draw our arrow going this way. All right, so this is how we graph this the solution to this inequality. All right, and let's go on to number 3 here. All right, so we have here s divided by 7. All right, so we're going to multiply both sides by 7 to get rid of this divided by 7. We're going to multiply by 7 on both sides. So these 7's cancel out, so we're going to get s on this side. And on this side, we're going to get 1 times 7 is 7. Okay, so 7 is less than s. I kind of like to flip this around and say s is greater than 7. Okay, either way it works. This just helps me graph. So s is greater than 7. So let's bring this one. If I can worm around here, it's going to come down here and graph it. So I laid out my number line here. We're going greater than 7. Right, so I did 0, counted by 2's. 2, 4, 6, 8. Oh, this should be 10 right here. Let me fix this really quick. All right, so there you go. Fix it up. It's always good to go back and check your work because you can make mistakes. So here you go. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, and so on. Okay, so we're doing s is greater than 7. So let's go ahead and graph that here. We're going to go to our 7 is right here, and we're going to show the numbers that are greater than 7. We're not going to include 7, so we're going to leave our open circle. And we're going to go in the greater than direction right here, just like this. All right, so that's how we graph those. Go back and take a look at this if you're having trouble. All right, so here's some on your owns. Go ahead, you want to solve for each of these variables, k, j, and m. Go ahead and graph them. Pause the video here, and then when you're ready, come back and check your answers. I'm going to go over them real quickly this time. All right, so here we go. We have, oops, let's go ahead and back that up. Wrong thing there. We have, we're going to divide both sides by 11 here to get rid of this 11. So we get left with k, and 33 divided by 11 is 3. All right, then we have our graph down here. I kind of set up a very simple number line. Let's go ahead and fill it in here. So we're going to look at our 3, and it's less than or equal to 3, so we're going to fill in our circle. We're going to do a closed circle, and we're going to go to the less than side, which is this way. Okay, so that's the solution and how you graph it to this inequality. All right, let's go to number 5 here. All right, so here we go. We have 5 times j, so we're multiplying j by 5 here. So we're going to divide both sides by 5. Oops, a little hard to see there. We divided this side by 5. We got rid of our 5s. We're left with j. 20 divided by 5 is 4. All right, so when we go ahead and graph this right down here, laid out my number line, we're going to be j is greater than 4, so I just did all positive numbers here. I counted by 1s, so 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and so on. All right, we're going to say it's greater than 4, so we're going to go ahead and put a circle, an open circle around our 4 because we're not including by 4. We're just looking for the numbers that are greater than 4. And we're going to go to the greater than side, which is this way. All right, so that's the solution to this inequality and how you graph it. Let's go on to our last one here. All right, so here we go. We have 2 times m, or we have 50 is less than and equal to 2 times m. So we want to get rid of this 2. We're multiplying m by 2, so we're going to divide by 2 here. We're going to divide by 2 here. So when we divide by 2 here, we're going to get rid of that 2, and we're left with m on this side. 50 divided by 2 is 25. So we're going to get 25 is less than or equal to m. I like to have my m in front, so I'm just going to turn this whole thing around and say m is greater than or equal to 25. All right, so let's graph it down here. We're going greater than or equal to 25, so I just did all positive numbers here. I counted by 5s, 5, 10, 15, 20, and so on. So let's go ahead and graph it. We're doing greater than or equal to, so we're going to go to our 25, which is right in here, and we're going to include our 25 because we're saying greater than or equal to, so 25 is part of that. So we show that it's part of that by coloring in that circle, and then we're going to go to the greater than direction here, which is this way. And that is how you solve and graph this last inequality. Good luck. Please pay attention to this and work slowly on your homework. Come with questions, guys. See ya.